Manchester United versus Southampton, the game this Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. Manchester United going in confident mood for this game. Shouldn't really be anyone not confident going in if you're a Manchester United fan, and even if you're not thinking that Manchester United should be certainly favourites for this game, even away from home. We did draw with Stoke in the last away game, but Manchester United in good form. We've scored 4 goals in a number of games this season. Okay, it was only Burton Albion and they made a number of changes, so we can't really go too over the top over that one. But we have done in a few Premier League games this season, scored 4 goals or 3 goals in a number of games that have been important. So Manchester United have got to be going in as heavy favourites for this game. Now, Manchester United are probably going to revert back to the team that is pretty much a similar lineup to what he's played most of the time this season. He hasn't really, seems to now be getting to the stage where he seems to know more or less what sort of team he wants to put out. Last season, I don't think he was too sure on what starting lineup he wanted to put out for Manchester United, but this season he seems to really have got most of them. Obviously, David Hare's the main goalkeeper. There's no disputing that. You've got Valencia, who seems to have nailed down that position at right back over the last year. You seem to, at this moment in time, have Bay and Jones at centre back. Seem to be nailed down at this present moment. Jones could eventually come out for maybe Lindelof in the future, because obviously Lindelof was bought for quite a lot of money and has got a lot of potential. But it's only really the left back will probably be Blind. Could also be Darmian, but that's the only real spot there. That is one real spot that we've got problems in. Then in attack, you've got obviously Paul Pogba missing out at the moment, so it's Fellaini and Matic in there. In that midfield, you're going to have Mkhitaryan come back in. Mkhitaryan should be playing in that number 10 role. Martial or Rashford are going to be out on one side. Then it's probably going to be Juan Mata maybe out on the other side, and then it's going to be obviously Romelu Lukaku up front. Mkhitaryan's got to really be in that sort of number 10 position for me. That's where he's more dangerous for me for Manchester United. Made a lot of assists this season, and has also scored his first goal of the season last time out. So pleased for that. Juan Mata needs to get himself a goal now as well. That would be nice to see, as Manchester United have had a decent number of goal scorers this season. But the only thing is, I can't imagine him playing both Martial and Rashford. But Martial was obviously man of the match against Burton Albion, but that was against a 9-changed Burton Albion side. So although Martial has started the season a lot better, so Rashford has started the season fantastic as well. And he seems to want to play one in one game and one in another, but it started with both during that game against Burton Albion. But obviously Rashford won't play as the striker in this game because Romelu Lukaku will be back, and he's absolutely banging the goals in. Okay, Mr. Sitter in that game for me against Everton, but he's still been banging the goals in at the moment, and hopefully he can continue that. He's got to be hitting 30 this year. That has got to be the aim. Now for them, Redmond, Tadic, probably. There's not really, they've got Shane Long, Gabbiadini, but no one seems to be really banging the goals in for them. Gabbiadini got 2 goals against Manchester United in the League Cup final last year, but Shane Long doesn't get many goals, to be honest, and Nathan Redmond, he doesn't score nowhere near enough goals, misses a decent amount of chances, so they're not really banging goals in for fun at the moment, Southampton. I mean, they've lost so many players over the last few years. They've struggled to keep their best players, and it really has taken its toll. I think they're still about mid-table in the league at this moment in time, so not doing terrible, but Manchester United should be going into this game and looking to keep really another clean sheet. I would be disappointed if we can't keep a clean sheet in this one, with the fact that their forwards just isn't what it used to be. So I've got to be going into this in confident mood, to be honest. When they don't really have the players that I really fear Manchester United coming up against in this fixture. This is the sort of game where Manchester United have to be getting the 3 points away at games like this if we are to progress and be looking to win the Premier League title. Now we do have a game in the week away at CSKA Moscow, so it could be that Jose Mourinho does shuffle his pack a bit from the team that I sort of said, but I would expect almost a strong lineup. You could see the likes of Herrera and that come into the team midweek. Probably give Lindelof maybe another go against CSKA Moscow. I don't know, but that is a really difficult place to go, Russia, and Manchester United really have to go to Russia and get the 3 points, because we need to kill that group off as fast as possible Now I've got so many away games coming up this next 3-4 weeks. I was looking at the fixtures. We've only got like one home game or something sandwiched in between the lot, because we've got two Champions League games back to back which are away. We've got a League Cup game which is away. We've got games against Liverpool which are away. This Southampton one, I don't think there's more than about one in about the next 3 or so weeks where we're actually more than one that we're at home. So, which is a bit annoying. So we need to get that Champions League group sewn up as quickly as possible, because if we don't, it could come back to bite us. If we have to play the strongest team possible in the last 2 games of that Champions League group, that we pick up any injuries, because that's what we want to be able to do, rest all them players and play a lot of youngsters in them if they're dead rubber, to concentrate then on the Premier League and put that to the back burner till January, because these games are really important to Manchester United, these Premier League games. We can't afford to draw this game against Southampton. We have to get the 3 points, because Manchester City have got Crystal Palace at home, which should beat them, and Manchester United can't really afford to drop too many points, or any points really behind them. We've got to stay neck and neck with them if we can, because Manchester City are also looking a real force at this moment in time. We seem to be opening up a slight gap on the others. I'm not reading too much into that just yet though, because I still think that Chelsea will come on strong and still win a decent amount of games to keep them up there near the top of the league. So I think they're the 3 teams that are really fighting for the league. I can't really see anyone else really standing out that could potentially win it. You've next got the likes of Tottenham and Arsenal, which I don't think they're quite consistent enough. So they're the 2 teams you've got to worry about, but we've just got to keep winning. Draws just aren't good enough in this league. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the game. Do you think Manchester United can easily win this game? I'm not always that confident in games, but this season I'm a lot more confident than I was last season. I'm not sure it's going to be a 4-0 goal fest again, because I think that they're probably not going to be as bad at the back as some of the other teams we've seen, but I think Manchester United will get over the line. I'm going to go Manchester United winning this game 2-0. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.